Many thanks to Senator Durbin and Secretary Janulius for your words of support. We are so grateful for your leadership and honored to have you both as true friends to this mission. Thank you to everyone who's here tonight. Whether this is your first Cara Gala or your 8th, your presence tonight is a powerful reminder of the vision of Tom Owens. The strength of a community can accomplish so much more than any one of us individually. So can I just start by saying how amazing it is to be here tonight in this room filled with amazing friends. And we know that the past 3 years have been challenging for all of us, right? That's probably an understatement. And I'd be lying if I said that we had all the right answers at Cara, because we definitely didn't. However, through every up and down, every success, every hurdle, one thing that we never lost sight of was why we are in this business in the first place, and that's our job seekers. Thanks to all of you here today, we continued placing people into more than 1,000 jobs each year. We saw our social enterprises, yes, give that up. We saw our social enterprises, Clean Slate and Cara Connects, employ people in the essential jobs that kept our neighborhoods running, and we ensured that individuals remained on their pathway up and out of poverty by enhancing our supportive services to ensure that any potential roadblocks they were facing were instead just a slight bump in the road. And I'm so happy to report that we are now fully back in person and seeing more job seekers than we have in years. And this may sound a little silly, but all this excitement this past few months have me thinking of this song that I heard recently at one of our morning motivations, which, by the way, is another Cara tradition that is fully back in person. And that song is Ain't No Stopping Us Now. You saw me groove up to it just now. And I know you all know it, so I'm not gonna sing it, but I will quote one verse in particular that stands out to me. There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. We're putting ourselves together, we're polishing up our act, and if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. And that is exactly what is happening right here in this moment. Cara Collective has emerged on the other side of one of the most uncertain periods of our 30-plus history, and we're dreaming bigger and better than ever before. This past year, we showed how we are polishing up our act by unveiling our 3-year strategic plan, Access, Equity, and Opportunity. With this new plan, we're building more exciting pathways that lead to better economic outcomes. We're listening to the voices of our participants to inform our program design more than ever. And we're working with our partners here in Chicago and across the country to become more inclusive employers and to dismantle social inequities. And with all this progress, we know that Chicago is still a tale of two cities, where the downtown and the north side of the city historically see more investment and prosperity, while the south and the west sides have largely been left behind. Part of the reality of why we are seeing more participants is because of this continued disparity in Chicago and across our country. The recent 4.5% unemployment rate of Illinois made headlines and for being the lowest in some time, which is promising. But in Englewood, in North Lawndale, in Austin, and in some of the other top communities that we serve, we are seeing these rates at 4 times that rate. Let that sink in for a minute, 4 times. We recognize these societal challenges steeped in inequality and our country's history of racism and how these systemic issues continue to create barriers to employment. But if we're going to collectively address the issues of poverty that have divided our city, we have to think anew about what access truly is, what equity truly is, what opportunity truly is. Cara Collective's commitment to our city means that we will continue to deepen our presence and accessibility for those that we serve. We're doing it in Englewood, where we cut the ribbon this past year on a brand new 11,000 square foot home. For our flagship social enterprise, Clean Slate, we are so excited to partner with incredible organizations like Teamwork Englewood, RAGE, and the Englewood Chamber, who have worked for decades to improve the lives of residents. We cannot wait to work towards making our new home a hub for the community to access more trainings, resources, and job opportunities, and to help show our city what's good in Englewood. We're doing it in Belmont-Cragen, where our staffing agency, Cara Connects, is co-located with another amazing nonprofit, Northwest Center. Over recent years, this community has seen an immigration influx, rising to more than 18 points higher than the Chicago average, bringing with it rich and diverse culture and also language and education barriers. Through our partnership, we are bringing career accessibility and opportunities to residents of this hardworking community. We're doing it in Bronzeville through our satellite campus, which brings our trainings and supportive services directly to the residents of the Quad communities. And we are bringing on more employment partners in more diverse industries. Like all of us, our job seekers dream of careers in healthcare, tech, financial services, just to name a few. But too often, that's where it ends. It's in their dreams. But no one should ever have to settle for less than their dreams. I'm reminded of one of our job seekers, Bridget. I got the biggest hug from her tonight. She came to us in 2022 ready to seek her next opportunity. And as I can attest, her personality, her determination, her skills would have made her the best fit for any organization. However, Bridget was persistent. She wanted to wait for that job that she knew was right for her and her dreams. I love that about her. The fact that she wasn't going to settle for anything less than what she deserved. Because why should she? Why should any of us? I'm happy to share that the waiting paid off. In July, Bridget accepted her dream position with our friends at Deloitte, becoming our first job placement. Becoming our first job placement of what we hope is many for this long-standing corporate partner. Today, she's thriving and defining her own career path, and I can't help but think about what that means for her and the ripple effect that it will have for her grown children as they see their mother take pride and purpose in her work. Creating this type of lasting impact, the kind that has ripple effects for generations, requires an investment from all of us. Tonight, there are so many amazing companies, organizations, and volunteers that we're so proud to partner with, and they've been instrumental in getting us to 32 years of this work and nearly 14,000 jobs placed. There truly ain't no stopping us now. But we do know that we still have so much work to do. We have an extreme responsibility to do better by our job seekers and to do better by our city. So my question to every single one of you tonight is, how will you show up and show out for this community? Will you continue the legacy set in motion by Tom Owens 32 years ago? Will you hire from untapped talent and non-traditional talent pools for your next job opening? Will you invest in this work to ensure everyone in Chicago, regardless of zip code, can experience access, equity, and opportunity? So that more people like Bridget, more people like Dion, and more than 1,000 people that we reach every year get to know the dignity of defining their own career pathway. So I will ask you again, will you show up and show out? Thank you so much for celebrating with us tonight, for walking alongside us in this mission, and for embracing the true meaning of the word cara, an old Irish word for friend. We have a truly amazing evening ahead of us, but I'd be remiss if I didn't give a special shout out to our staff, our amazing staff that I get to work with day in, day out. Let's give it up for them. I am truly lucky to witness them bring all of their full selves to work every day. Thank you so much. And with that, I'd like to invite my dear friend and colleague to the stage, our board chair, J. Todd Phillips.